Okay guys, so there's this massive trade that just happened yesterday or the day before, and it's a massive trade, and it's probably the biggest trade since the Eric Lindros trade or even the Gretzky trade. It's the first time since the Gretzky trade that there are two 100-point players traded for each other. So that just puts into context of how big this trade is. Okay, and so the teams involved were the Calgary Flames and the Florida Panthers. The Flames sent Matthew Tkachuk to the Panthers along with a 4th-round pick for Jonathan Huberdeau, Mackenzie Weegar, Cole Schwint or something like that, and a 1st-round pick, whatever his name is. He's just a throw-in. Anyway, so basically the main parts of this deal are Matthew Tkachuk for Mackenzie Weegar, Jonathan Huberdeau, and a 1st-round pick. And so this is a huge trade, and it's sending Matthew Tkachuk, who's one of the best young power forwards in the league, and he's under contract for a lot of years, 8 years now, because they signed him and traded him, and they're trading him for 2 players that are actually UFAs after next season, so they could leave, Jonathan Huberdeau and Mackenzie Weegar. And
yeah, so I do understand why Calgary and Florida both did this. So Florida gets like a younger guy that Calgary actually signed him right before, so then Florida could get him for 8 years, which then they get like a younger guy that's going to stick around for a while.
And then Huberdeau, on the other hand, is a little bit older, and he could leave after
he'll be
30.
Season. And Mackenzie Weegar is actually like a kind of underrated how major of a part he is in this. Like both 1-year deals, so they could either like if it's just not working out, they could flip them both at the deadline for and get like 4 first-round picks for both of them combined probably, and or they could stick around, which not very likely, but it just shows that the Flames are going all in and the Panthers are,
And so this trade it's hard to pick a concise winner right now. At the beginning, it definitely looks on the surface that Calgary won this deal because they're getting arguably a similar player in Huberdeau. Tkachuk and Huberdeau probably more or less cancel each other out, but then they're also getting Weegar, who is a very solid defenseman, probably like a top-pairing defenseman, honestly. And so on the surface, it looks kind of like Calgary won, but Calgary could also lose the biggest 2 parts of this trade that they got and get nothing for it after next season. So if that's the case, then Florida will definitely win this trade by a large margin. So this is one of those deals where we kind of have to wait and see who is the true winner here. But on the surface, I definitely like it more for Calgary, but Florida...
But it is a massive
Florida is getting the safer piece here. They're getting a guy who is still young. They're getting him from his prime, and they're going to have him for 8 years, so they're getting the safer deal here. But Calgary has more potential to win this trade, I think.